Right now is actually a really good time to buy a Prebuilt PC. There are a bunch of systems that are on sale right now that are actually a good purchase, and I will show you which ones are my favorite from the cheapest to the most expensive one. And if you have a budget that's below the cheapest one on the video, you will have my other video about the best budget Prebuilt PCs for under $1,000. You will have all the links to these systems down below in the video description, and I do recommend you checking the latest prices because when you're watching this video, maybe these PCs are not on sale anymore. That being said, let's start. With the first one, we have the Victus 15L for under $1,000. This one has the Ryzen 7 5700G and the RX 6600 XT. If you don't know anything about computers, that is totally fine. Basically, this system is capable of 1080p, really high FPS, and you can even start playing at 1440p. So if you have or want a 1440p monitor, feel free to buy one. I believe this is the cheapest one that you can go for a 1440p gaming Prebuilt PC, since PCs under this budget are going to be for 1080p gaming instead of 1440p. But like I said, if you have a 1080p monitor, you will achieve higher FPS. And I'm talking about every single game. There's no game that you cannot run with this system, even the high demanding ones. With the next one, we have this Skytech Nebula. I made a whole video about this one on my last one. You can actually watch it in the top right of the screen if you want to hear more details. So I'm not going into too much detail on this video about this PC, but this is my favorite one on the list by far because of the price to performance. For $1,300 you get the RTX 4070 and the i5-12400F, so just for around $300 more than the Victus 15L, you get a much better performance for 1440p, and I'm talking about a huge difference. So if you just want to play at 1080p plug and play, I believe the Victus 15L is more than enough, and you're going to save money by buying that one. But if you're going to play at 1440p and you want the highest FPS possible for the price, this one is by far the best Prebuilt PC on the market. You also get a terabyte of SSD and 16 gigs of RAM, and this deal is so good that it's really close in price to a PC build, which is really rare to see. So you're only paying over $20 more than a PC build, but you're also getting a 1-year warranty. Like I said before, this is my favorite one on the list, and if you have between $1,300 to $2,000, this one is by far your best option in terms of price to performance for gaming. With the next one, we have a huge jump in price in the HP Omen 40L. For $2,350 you get the RTX 4070 Ti and the i7 13700K alongside 16 gigs of RAM and a terabyte of SSD. This is going to be much better than the last one as well for 1440p and 4K resolution, but like I said before, the price difference is huge as well. So of course, if you have this budget, I believe it's a great system. You get the i7 13th gen, which is really good for productivity work and content creation as well, and you have a more future-proof system here because on the last one you get the i5-12400F, which you cannot pair with the latest GPUs, let's say like the RTX 4090. But here, because you get the i7 13700K, you can pair this CPU with any GPU on the market, even the RTX 4090. You also get the 4070 Ti, which is better than the RTX 4070. I currently have the 4070 Ti on my PC build, and let me tell you, it runs amazing at 1440p ultra settings, and you can use it for 4K gaming as well. The good thing about this system is that you will not be charged until the product is shipped, and you have a really fast estimated shipping date. With the next one, we have another one from Skytech, but this time is from the Amazon website, and here you get the i5 13600K, so it's a bit worse than the i7 13700K from the HP Omen 40L, but you get the RTX 4080 instead of the 4070 Ti, and you also get 32 gigs of RAM, a 1000 watt 80 plus gold power supply, and a 360 all-in-one liquid cooler. So overall, this PC is better, especially for 4K resolution. So if you're planning on playing at 1440p, I believe the 4070 Ti is going to be more than enough. However, if you want higher FPS at 4K resolution, the RTX 4080 is a much superior option. And yes, you can run every single game at 4K, so does the RTX 4070 Ti, but on this one you get higher FPS, especially on the high demanding titles. This one is going for $2,800 and it's not on sale, but it's actually the best price to performance at this price point, and that's why I put it on this list. Every other PC that's around this price point usually doesn't have the best airflow if it it has similar components. Also, if you have the chance to buy directly from the Skytech website or the HP website, those are much better since you get the best customer support possible since you're buying directly from the manufacturer. Of course, Amazon, it's a reliable option, and even if something happens to your system, you will be able to return it back to Amazon. But if you want the best customer support, I always recommend you going with the manufacturer website. And with the last one, we have the Eclipse, but this time is from the Skytech website. This is, in my opinion, the best price to performance super high-end system, because if you want to get the latest RTX 4090, which is the fastest GPU on the market, you're either going to spend much more money than this, or you can get it for less. But like I said before, the airflow in other systems are not great for less priced Prebuilt PCs with the 4090. Here you get the i9 13900K, a 420 all-in-one liquid cooler, which trust me is going to be needed for that processor. You get great airflow, 32 gigs of RAM of DDR5 memory, a Z790 motherboard, 1200 watts of an 80 plus volt power supply, and you get a terabyte of Gen 4 SSD. So overall, you get the best system possible for gaming at 4K. You also get a great content creation system, and if you want to upgrade something on this system, I would recommend you upgrading the SSD, especially if you're planning on downloading a bunch of games or maybe doing content creation. I would recommend you adding another terabyte or two, but other than that, this PC is the best one on the market for the price. It's really expensive at $3,500, but it's actually on sale and you are saving $500. It used to be $4,000, so it's a great high-end deal. If you have this type of money, of course this PC is not for everyone, but if you have that type of budget, then going with this one is going to be your best option. And down below on the website, you can see the estimated FPS average at 1080p and 1440p. However, I would only recommend you buying this PC for 4K gaming. I do not know why Skytech doesn't show the 4K estimated FPS instead of the 1080p ones, because those are kinda useless. For example, you can run Overwatch 2 at 950 FPS on average in high quality graphic settings, which is insane. But trust me guys, if you're going to spend that amount of money on a gaming PC, you want to spend money on a 4K monitor as well. Otherwise, you will be wasting your money, and I would recommend you going for a 1440p monitor instead, or even a 1080p, and save a ton of money. And if you need personal PC help, because let's say you want a PC build or you want a Prebuilt PC at a different budget, you can answer a couple questions on the first link down below. You only have to put your budget, answer a couple questions for me to know your situation, and I will give you the perfect PC for your budget and needs. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe, as you will be helping the channel, and comment down below which Prebuilt PC is your favorite one on the list. Thank you guys for watching, thank you for the support, and I will see you on the next one.